Yo, 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 welcome to the Wheelz Show. I would like to give a shout out to Young Side, Tim Bailey, Antoine, and Cody for all helping out on this song. Just want to let y'all know that before I get started. So I'm an American inspirational rapper with Duchenne muscular dystrophy. For all of y'all who don't know what Duchenne is, it's a neuromuscular disease that affects majority of boys worldwide. 1 out of 3,900 boys worldwide are born with Duchenne, and there's no cure at this time. So it's such a horrible disease, we need to stop it. A lot of kids are losing their lives way before it's their time. And I want to tell you, I'm from Austin, Texas, the music capital of the world, but I live in Pflugerville. I went to all the Pflugerville schools, graduated 2010, so I'm a Panther. And I want to let y'all know when we first found out I had Duchenne muscular dystrophy, my mom took me to McDonald's to play at the playscape, and while other kids were passing me up, sliding down the slide, I still haven't made it to the slide. I was really struggling. So my mom and aunt thought that was strange. So after numerous doctors saying there's nothing wrong, we reached one doctor who sent us to Scottish Rites, and they took a muscle biopsy of my calf muscle, and eventually one thing led after another. I was diagnosed with Duchenne muscular dystrophy, and I was 4 years old at the time. So my mom was like, what the heck is that? So she did all the proper research and started learning about Duchenne muscular dystrophy. And before you knew it, she was getting me on all the waiting lists for the proper insurance, Medicaid, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Humana, because my mom knew that there was going to be problems that we would need all the insurances down the road. And she was right. And I'm thankful my mom wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for her. She took me out my doctor's appointments, made the right calls to get me the right equipment, and she put me on the waiting list for the class program so I would be able to receive health care along with other programs. My mom was just a super mom, and she's amazing. Been there since day number one. Always doing everything for me, and I love my mom for that. Now, let me tell you about the first time I got in my wheelchair. I was 7 years old. I was struggling to walk, so I decided I'm ready to get riding a wheelchair. So first I was in the manual wheelchair, and then eventually the insurance kicked in. We were able to get a power wheelchair. And they just get power wheelchairs to anybody, kids, it don't matter. And they don't even show you how to drive it or anything. They be like, here you go. So you just imagine my house. It had holes everywhere. I was wrecking all over the place. It was crazy. My house was like falling apart then. Well, eventually my mom modified the house. The door was in a weird spot. The front door was on the side of the house, which was kind of bizarre. But eventually we made the house into a 2-bedroom, 2-bath instead of 3-bedroom. So we cut down the wall to make more space and more room. Then we eventually got a ceiling Hoyer lift, which made a big difference because My mom used to carry me on her back and lift me up, and that's not good for my mom. She was strained her back or hurt something, so it's a lot better and safer ways to be transferred and moved around. It goes all the way from my bed to my bathroom, so I don't have to worry about anything. Don't have to worry about being picked up. Everything is perfect, and I'm so thankful for my mom. Cause none of this would happen if it wasn't for my mama. So back talking about the Duchenne muscular dystrophy, me and my mom and her friend started a non-profit, Inspiration on Wheels. The idea came from this kid in Dallas who had just got diagnosed with Duchenne muscular dystrophy, and his name was Sam. So they had a fundraiser called Sam's Day. So we attended that, and they made lots of money, raised lots of awareness for all a great cause, all to find a cure, find treatment to stop this disease. So I wanted to do the same thing. So I brought it to Austin, Texas. ATX, baby. And ever since, we've been doing fundraising, and we're going to have our 10th Ryan's Day fundraiser. I can't believe 10 years already. 10-year anniversary. That's crazy. But I just want to help out everyone with Duchenne muscular dystrophy. I want to help out everybody I can and try to make them feel my positive vibe and make them feel positive vibe. Because, life is short. You gotta live life while you can. My motto is live life to the fullest. So I hope y'all do that too. And follow me. And I want to say that when I was young, I was 4 when my mom divorced and dad. And we had split custodies, they did, of me. So 1 week on, 1 week off, I'll be with my dad. And then I'll be with my mom. And then eventually it turned just to the weekends. So I would chill with my dad on the weekend. And then eventually just Sunday. And then I just see him every once in a while. But my dad's awesome. He's in a band. And I guess that's where I get some of my music blood. It's crazy. But I love my parents and they're real awesome. But I want to say, when I was young, back to when I was young, I wanted to be a basketball player. But that didn't happen. That wasn't the plan that God had for me. God had a different plan. Eventually, I was wondering for years what I would be doing, and my mom was wondering too. So I started listening to Tupac Shakur. I would listen to him every day on the way to school on the bus, and that just hit a spark in me. And I started thinking, I want to make a difference. And I got a voice, so I'm gonna use it and let people know that you can live life to the fullest no matter what. You just gotta keep your faith. You gotta believe. Don't ever stop, because anything is possible in this life. Just know that. But so I started writing music that day, and I wasn't very good. Couldn't rhyme at all. And eventually, I came up with some good material, I thought, at the time. And then we needed to find a recording studio so I could record. And then, so one day, I went to go get some Jordan shoes, Michael Jordan shoes, at this store on the east side. It's kind of like the hood, I think, a little bit. I'm good with everybody. I'm down. So they didn't have the shoes I wanted. And so I went next door to find the shoes I wanted, and they had the shoes. So I eventually found the Jordans I liked, and I was looking around, and there was a CD that had the store owner on it. His name was DJ Harvey D, and I asked him if he knew of a studio I could perform at or record at. And he told me, I know of one in Elgin, so he gave me Little Black's number, and then from Little Black, I reached Tim Bailey, and Tim Bailey and me, we set up a time to come record. So I went to Elgin with all my material. I thought I was the best in the world. I had the best music ever, and everything was good. Well, once I got there, we met and we started recording. And then after we were done, my music wasn't as good as I thought it was, but you know, what did I know? I was just beginning, starting out. So he sent me home for homework that day because he sat me down and said, do you want to do this for real? Or do you want to do this as a hobby? I wanted to do it for real. I wanted to put my heart in it and make a difference in the world with my voice and help others and motivate others to live life to the fullest. So he sent me home with that homework, and then I had to learn to count the measures of the beat because I was all over the beat like crazy. So eventually I learned and I did all the homework, and Tim Bailey was so funny. He told me to go home and get rid of all my music and start over. So that's what I did, and I was determined to be a better rapper. So that's what I did, and now we're 3 CDs in, and I'm working on my 4th album already. It's crazy how time flies, but I think it's a great time. If you want to go to wheelzband.com, WHEELZBAND.com, you can check out what's going on in my life. And if you want, you can hear music on YouTube, Reverb Nation, SoundCloud. You can support me by buying my music on iTunes, Amazon, everywhere. All you gotta do is type in Wheelz Determined or Wheelz Determined 2, and it will pop up. So please support me and help me out. And just want you to know that when I was growing up, I loved animals. I always had snakes. I always had dogs. I had cats. I had turtles, gerbils. I had everything, you name it. But now that I'm older, I don't really do snakes too much. But I do have dogs and cats, and I love them. But when I was younger, I wanted a horse, and a black horse named Midnight. But that never happened. But now my uncle and aunt have horses, so that's good enough for me. And just really love animals and would do anything for them. They're just like my family. Well, I think this is about it for now, but stay tuned. I'm gonna be back next Wednesday, next week. So please holler at me. Wheelz, baby. If you can, go to Facebook and look me up at Wheelz the Rapper, and I should pop up. And thank you for listening, and I hope you listen some more later, and I'll holler at you, Wheelz, baby.